unforgettable day at Maple Grove in the True Value Keystone Nationals. Trying to qualify against Ron Krischer, the car basically gets airborne. The brakes lock up, and watch this impact into the retaining wall. You'll see here the car bumps a little bit, back tires off the ground, and then they lock up, and right now Bobby Perry's along for the ride. These cars are made to withstand hits like that, and thank goodness, as often happens in cases like this, even after a nasty incident, the driver walks away. Welcome back, everybody. Maple Grove Raceway, we got the finals. A great crowd on hand. It has been a marvelous weekend. Coming after that hurricane that came in earlier in the week, winding up with a day like this, is David Schultz in the Sunoco Kendall bike getting set to go against Matt Hines. David Schultz, 6 Winston championships. Matt Hines, too. Dave won his first race when Matt was 14.
I was going to say, Dave Schultz actually raced against Byron's dad, and the Vance and Hines with
Terry Vance.
With Terry racing the bike back then.
This will be a great matchup here. Here comes the Vance and Hines Eagle 1. And there's the Sunoco machine, and activating the computer, Dave's wife, Meredith. Dave was down the better part of a tenth in the semifinals. Reaction time a premium right here in this final. Slight edge to Matt. Look at Dave Schultz. Schultz trying to pull the upset, but Matt Hines. Too much power. Byron Hines, 725 is the power he gave his kid. 729 for David Schultz, who had run a career best this weekend, throws a 20 up on the board and says, hey, if the kid can beat this, I'll get off my bike, go over and shake his hand. Welcome back. It is Pro Stock Car Final. Mark Powick. It's been a long while, 4 years plus, since he has been in the winner's circle. Last time he was this close was here. Jay Coughlin, the battle of the mail order cars, the Jegs guys and the Summit Racing machine. This will be a very interesting final round. We got in-car cameras in both of these. Ought to provide some pretty interesting shots, Frank.
It sure does. This is what the drivers are looking at, a quarter of a mile. There's a victory just 1,320 feet away. And the fact that Warren Johnson lost earlier probably makes this a better final because these cars are more closely matched.
They have both been separated by just 100th here this weekend. Jaggy's running the 680s. Mark's been at 690. Very important. Watch that little green dot. You'll see who gets out of the gate first. Powick, we told you earlier in the day, has had tire shake during eliminations, but not here today at the True Value Keystone Nationals. Advantage, Powick. He might have stolen it. Top end of the racetrack, winner. How about that? The Jegs guys just running down. They need it all. That Dick Maskin power. 693. Mark slows to a 7 flat, 198 miles an hour. TJ Jr. driving for Joe Gibbs. Over there on the far side, this will be an interesting matchup here. We saw 18s and 20s and stuff like that in the semis. Think that'll be good enough to win this one, Frank?
Well, I'm going to predict you're not going to have to run a 490 out here on this racetrack. I wouldn't be surprised if a 510 wins this final round.
Wow. 8 wins in the far side of the racetrack, and near lane, how about Ron Capps? Big run at the Winston Championship. 8 wins here in the near lane, I'm sorry. 6 over there for TJ Jr.
That indicates that the lanes are probably pretty equal right now. The drivers have got their work cut out for them, as they say. But there isn't either one of these teams, Wes Cerny, Roland Leong, the guys over on with Ron Capps, that are going to overstep it. They're not going to go out and try and run a 490 right now. They know the track's not going to take it. They don't want to give it away. So I expect a good side-by-side race somewhere in the teens, possibly.
The only place where the lanes were really different was in that Pro Stock category. Maybe that's what bit Mark Powick.
Tommy Johnson Jr. has been very sharp on the starting line.
The Snake getting set. His boys off first. Look at the green machine. Caps near the center line, and Tommy Johnson Jr. 5.10. 281 gets the speed. Caps had a muscleless car back onto his side of the racetrack. Got a little advantage out of the gate, but that little miscue a couple of 100 feet out, and that was all that Tommy Johnson and the Interstate gang need. The Top Fuel final. The pinnacle of every NHRA Winston Championship drag race. Joe Amato, Tony Schumacher. Schumacher looking to pad the lead. Amato looking to cut into the lead. Joe's here in the near lane where there have been 9 Top Fuel wins. Schumacher in the far, only 5. Is that a factor here in the finals as far as you're concerned, Frank?
I don't think it's going to make a difference, and I think the funny car final probably helped the guys here in the Top Fuel final look and realize that both sides, the near and the far lane, are both in pretty good shape right now.
This is going to be an interesting run. The X-side machine, that's Dan Olson, the crew chief. There's Jimmy Prock on the right side. Joe Amato deep in thought and even prayers, he always says, before he moves up and puts that car on the starting line here. Identical elapsed times in the last run. Pick a winner for me, Frank.
Well, I like Tony Schumacher. I've worked with him before. He's a great guy, but Joe Amato has been to the winner's circle too many times to deny him today. I'm going with Joe Amato.
Remember, 4 out of the last 5 years, the guy that won the Top Fuel race at Maple Grove won the Winston Championship, and it might be an omen. Joe Amato goes 4.67. This one was over early, and the Tenneco Dynamax team gets the win. 303 miles an hour. A tough break for Tony Schumacher. All the winners, Jaggy, TJ Jr., Joe Amato, and Matt Hines. And 2 of those guys could wind up Winston champions this year.